rubbish though. It is good.
I've got that so wrong, ain't I?
No, it's fine. It's fine. If you don't eat them or have them, you don't know. That's the beauty of food.
Well,
is you always learn.
Listen. We'll come away from food now because I've screwed up royally. Should we get a guest on the show?
Let's do it. Live guest.
I don't know if this is going to work. So the first thing I'll do is I'll play the jingle and see if we can get him on live. Here we go.
We've got a guest on the Carnage podcast. We've got a guest on the Carnage podcast.
So hopefully we go to line and Oaksy!
Hello, how are you doing?
He's only here. Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm very well.
Could you do me a favour? You couldn't turn us down in the background, could you?
Hold on.
Because I can hear me screaming in the background now.
There you go. I've turned you down. Well, it's like being on proper radio, this, isn't it?
It's like the real. This is the real McCoy, mate.
Can we swear? Not that I'm gonna.
You can say what the fuck you like, but you know.
God.
Do you know what I mean?
This is brilliant. This is technology. This is, isn't it?
This is technology. Listen, let's introduce you first of all. Introduce yourself. Do you know what? Do it yourself because I can't speak.
I'm the one that drank the beer. Jesus.
Exactly. Introduce yourself, mate, to the world.
Hello, my name is Oxy. You spell that O-K-S-E. I used to spell it O-X-Y, but then they brought out the Spot Cream. Yeah. I'm half Chinese. My mum's Chinese. I do a podcast. I'm a comedian. I'm an artist. I work at a dentist. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a man of all trades. There,
you're amazing. Do you know what? Sometimes, and this isn't blowing smoke up your chuff, but you know, you see some people around and about doing a thing. You think, oh my God, that person's talented. And I've been watching you in a bit of a pervy way, but I've been watching you, and I've thought that man is so talented because you're a very funny man.
Oh, thank you.
With your stand-up comedy, you've done amazing things. You've done brilliant stuff with your stand-up. You're still doing stand-up now?
Not so much nowadays. I'm trying to focus more on the art side of things, but that's why doing the podcast with my mate Dan, that's our comedy outlet sort of thing. That's our way of getting out there and having a chat amongst ourselves, as you guys are doing now. Yeah,
it's a little bit of just talking and having a bit of a chat with people and a bit of nothing. Where can we find your podcast? What's it called?
It's called Dan and Oxy's Podcast.
Right,
and
brilliant.
It's available at Podbean.
That is the best title ever. We're on. We're on.
Draws you in.
Hey?
Draws you in, but then the thing is, I always have to go, it's Dan and Oxy's Podcast. If you want to write to us, it's Dan and Oxy, O-K-S-E. So I have to keep spelling it again and again and again. So I reckon I should have just gone with a Spot Cream name, really. I'm not bothered.
No, I think it's good. Listen. We'll check that out. When's it released?
We try and do it weekly, but at the moment, my podcast partner is actually in a film.
Of course he is. That's perfectly normal.
Yeah, so as you do, he's going off pretending to be a vampire hunter. So,
amazing.
So I've heard hide no hair. What's the phrase?
I've got no.
He's on his own.
That was just a noise.
Hide nor hair of him.
Hide nor hair. Hair nor hide.
Hide the hair of him. Harry Hyde.
Is there anyone in the chat box whether they can... Ridian in the chat box just says, let us judge whether you're a comedian. Laugh out loud.
There we go.
Oh, that's charming. That's a good start, isn't it?
Oh, cheers.
Welcome to our show, Oxy. There's our normal listeners.
I love the whole talking about oysters. I've just been listening to that, mesmerised by your talk of oysters and stuff. Because I'm quite a fan of the old oyster.
Do you like that, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, I like the oysters.
It's a bit embarrassing.
Tinned oysters and Pringles are the best.
Oh, you see,
I'm quite classy, me.
That's very classy.
Well, I'll leave you two to it, to be honest with you, because I feel a bit sick here.
What's the favourite way you like your oyster?
So, are you a chef then? Is that what you do?
Yeah, I am. I'm an a la carte trained chef, but now I teach people how to cook. So,
excellent stuff, man. Excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can I just chip in here? A la carte. What was the last thing you cooked a la carte?
That was a long time ago. I did a la carte
Yes,
stuff.
it was a long time ago, wasn't it? I've never heard you mention that. You're clearly just showing off because we got a guest on the show.
No, I am.
Is that a la carte mean minimalist food? Fuck all on a plate?
Yeah, it means back of a horse, I think, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So no. I train quite classically, and then just kind of stopped doing it.
You sound like a violinist.
I know.
You're a bit of a chef, Tony, aren't you?
Well, not really. I mean,
Every time I see you seem to be cooking a big roast chicken.
I do like chicken.
He's good with the wok.
I'll tell you what the problem is. I cook 3 chicken breasts every day.
Yeah.
For my St. Bernard dog.
Yeah, you say that.
I say
that.
I have to test one. I just have to constantly cook him food and chicken, so I always look like I'm cooking. I mean, I worked
He's
in the kitchen.
on a really strict diet, isn't he?
I cleaned pots once.
Yeah.
And in the BBC Wood Norton kitchen, when I was trying to get into television,
I worked there once.
Via the kitchen.
It's the only way they would let me in.
Really?
Yeah. So I used to clean the pots, and I worked in a greasy burger bar for about £1.
Yeah.
An hour, and I've even got a scar on my finger where I used to cut a bag of onions every Sunday morning. Used to get up at 4 o'clock and work for a guy called Joe, and I used to work all over the place with him. And we used to go to car boots, and I used to just flip burgers and sausages, and it
amazing,
was, But it was, at least I worked. I was 13,
that was
14.
a life.
I was doing it. I was out there.
Freedom.
Look at you now.
My mum said it's only puppy fat. Liar. Liar.
Big boned.
I just kept going. Didn't stop. Now I'm a great big fatty McFat.
So aren't you up for some kind of award?
Yeah, I am. I don't like to talk about it, though.
No, let's talk about it.
Well, listen,
I think we should.
Oxy, listen, there was a TV programme on last night on Channel 5, and it was all about the plus-size people. I'll say it correctly, right?
Yeah.
The plus-size industry. The Americans were extreme. Unbelievable. And it was all about them being on porn and webcams and just a big fat
Yeah.
just stuffing her face with cake and cream and smearing it on her breasts and like
nice.
they're tuning in to watch me
you sent me
snore.
pictures of you doing that.
Yeah, well that's you don't have to
That's just
point that out.
just between you and him.
Why does he do this? Why does he do this, Oxy? Do you know what I mean? So we've got so I'm watching this programme and I've been nominated for an award for the plus-size industry over here because I performed at the Plus-Size Awards down in London. Big do. And and the woman that runs it, called Linda, I said, I bet she's watching this. She's the first face I see on the telly show, and she's on it all the way through, and they're putting on this big, curvy convention, and she's ploughing money into it. Of course, she's on a yacht. She's on a yacht with champagne, and I'm thinking...
Big yacht.
Yeah, but I was thinking... I don't know whether I don't want to charge him too much. Don't want to charge him too...
Yeah.
Self-made millionaire, Linda, on a yacht, one of the biggest... What? And I was worrying about charging £500. Right, here we go.
How did she make her money then from just webcamming and stuff?
Yeah, I don't think... I'm saying that as a bit of a tongue-in-cheek thing. I don't know if she is a millionaire, but or sausage-in-cheek. Anyway, so... that sounded wrong, didn't it? Cake-in-cheek. There you go. So... No, she just puts on these things, and she's very. Thing is, she's a really nice woman, beautiful woman. The events are amazing.
Very jolly.
Yeah, no, come on, no, she's she's a very funny lady, and but it's great. They put on the award shows, and they've put me up for best entertainer. I'm up against Stavros Flatley. Remember him?
Oh God,
amazing!
Yeah, Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent. The honey buns from Britain's Got Talent.
Is his kid still a bit plus size?
I don't know what he is. I think he's about 38 now.
The thing is, I'm thinking he's probably a teenager now.
Yeah.
He might have lost it, and
I think he's great. I think he's about 8 foot tall now.
He's probably 8 foot tall, 6-pack.
Yeah.
Greek god.
Yeah.
And there's his dad dancing away.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there, all svelte.
With his hairy chest.
Just think of the money. Do you know what I mean?
Just keep it going, lads. Keep it going. It's unbelievable. Hey, Oxy, enough about me. It's not about me. We've got you on because I want to talk about you. Tell me about your art, because you do some amazing stuff with your art.
Oh, yeah, I've had a look at that today.
Cheers, Aaron, cheers.
I mean,
so basically, I do a lot of portraiture. If you want to go on Facebook, I've got a Facebook page there. The Art of Oxy, OKSE.
Brilliant.
You can see all my sort of stuff on there. I do a lot of like Instagramming, my artwork.
Yeah.
Do a bit of time lapsing. Used to do a lot of YouTube, but it's just so time consuming, isn't it? Doing all that sort of stuff.
Oh, it is, but it's so important, don't you think?
Yeah. But now, I haven't really spoke about this, but I'm going down the route of 3D printing very soon. So that's quite exciting.
Hold on.
Come on. The technology's there, so I want to be one of the first people in my area to sort of like grasp this technology and create some cool stuff with it.
Tell me, right? Okay, so I got an idea about 3D printing. A lot of people won't. What is it? What is it?
Okay, so basically, 3D printing is you create an object within a computer, right?
All right, like a massive pair of boobs, right?
Yes, for example, a big fat cock. Right.
Oh, that's
we've gone for boobs. You've gone straight for cock.
Straight for the cock.
I'll go for the cock. I'm in touch with my sexuality.
Okay.
I've got a girlfriend. Hello, Jane.
Her name's Ken.
Yeah. I'm saying her name's Jane, but her name's John, really. But no, she's lovely. But anyway, so you make a pair of boobs in 3D.
Yeah.
Back to the boobs.
I'm protesting too much now. No, I'm going to be making boobs, honestly. Making boobs. I'm going to do nipples and everything. Not touching the cock. So then you make that in the computer, and basically it prints it out. Now you're going to yourself, what do you mean it prints it out? You fucking weirdo, right? Basically, what it is, it's a hot bedded plate, right? It's a glass plate, and imagine a glue gun squirting out plastic, and so basically a glue gun, it's like a glue gun, and it's printing. So, for example,
now we're basically spaffing on the jugs.
yeah,
right.
So basically, it spaffs. So, for example, if you were creating a cube, okay,
right,
it'll do a square. Then the nozzle will go up in the y-axis, up and down, right? And it'll create another square, and then another square, then another square, and it gradually builds up this sort of like 3D object.
Right.
And
boobs.
You can do, boobs.
Square ones.
Cocks and bums and arseholes and everything.
Yeah.
It's like a tin of Spam.
You see, he's come on here, he's got a passion here, Aaron, and all you're doing is laughing at his 3D printing, and he's trying his best to explain it through the medium of cocks and balls and boobs and spaff, but you're ruining this, so just pipe down, son.
He's destroyed me.
Just go and have a drink. Just get back and have a drink. Carry on. I do apologise. I mean, you're the first live guest we've had.
Hey, it's #Bants. That's what this is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is
either.
It
doesn't matter.
Amazing.
Okay.
So you've got these square boobs, and it's slowly building up this picture.
Yeah. Well, no, not a picture, a 3D
an object.
Shut up, Aaron.
I got it.
Yeah, it's creating a 3D object, and it's magical. So you can do all sculptures. So
now,
for example, I could create a Blobby Williams head.
Yes, now we're talking like a bobblehead,
or a bobblehead or a bust of Blobby Williams.
I've always wanted a bobblehead.
Well, we can do a bobblehead.
Can we make this happen? When you get it, do you want to practice?
Happen.
You need to practice, won't you?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
And I'm sure there's lots of things.
Probably need a lot of plastic, but
Oh, that's a shame.
It'd be all right.
There we go.
Right.
Well, have you? Do you have to like map it? They call it mapping, don't they? Do you have to go into your computer and 3D? I saw a little 3D. I've got it. I've got it. You were on computer t'other day, and you made a 3D model, didn't you, on the computer?
Yes, I did, indeed. I did.
So this is what you have to do.
Yes, you have to create these objects in Cartesian space.
Right.
You just make the objects on the computer.
Yeah.
And then for example, that one you saw the other day of the little zombie character.
That was it, a zombie, yeah.
Yeah, you can just print that out, and it can be a solid little action figure or a bobblehead or whatever you want it to be.
It's fucking
awesome.
It is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, because they make 3D hands. I don't even heard about this.
Right, go on.
Basically, my son was born with no fingers on the one hand. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a joke, Aaron. It's not a joke.
I understand you.
Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult when you're talking to a comedian and they come out with a line like that. You go, "Am I meant to laugh now, or is this?"
No. He's basically got no fingers. He was born with no fingers on one hand.
Yeah,
and basically they've 3D printed a hand for him, a working, functioning hand.
They've made this. They've done this.
They've done this.
Who's
been on the
they?
news and everything.
It's incredible.
Who's they?
They're called enablingthefuture.org.
Wow.
They're an organisation they're a bunch of volunteers.
Yes,
right?
yes.
They're a bunch of volunteers who've got 3D printers, and they print these hands for like kids all over the world.